Alright, so hey everyone, welcome to today's session. Welcome to the live stream. So we're going to start off in this session. We're going to look inside of Reaktor. We're going to dive back into Reaktor today and build out a generative ambient soundscape in Reaktor. So if you're not familiar with Reaktor, it's a sound design tool that we use to design sounds and build modular racks. So when we jump into Reaktor, there's going to be three different sections. One is the play section, one is the patch section, and one is the build section. We're going to jump into the build section today. And just want to welcome you back to the stream if this is your first time to stream or your first time watching one of these sessions. We're going to be jumping into creating generative ambient soundscapes in Reaktor, only using Reaktor blocks, no external instruments. So the goal is to craft a relaxed, evolving sound with lots of movement. So let's dive in. All right, so I'm going to start off using a simple oscillator. I'm going to start off with a note in. I'm going to grab a note in. We're going to need an oscillator. And we're probably going to be using a sine wave because it'll give us the most smooth sound wave, the most smooth wave. So that's going to be the core of our ambient sound and of our soundscape. And then we're going to need a low pass filter as well. We're also going to need possibly another oscillator to thicken it up, probably a third one. So we'll do 3 oscillators. And then we'll connect them up. Okay, so from here, we're going to need a mix so we can blend all of our sounds together. And from that point, we can add in our filter. We can actually give each of them their own filter control. So we'll duplicate this. And then bring our mix out and reconnect our outputs. So we have that. Then so we're going to name our filters as well. That'll be filter 2. That'll be number 3. Then we will connect an amp for our amplitude. We're going to grab a few effects. So I'm thinking some reverb, some delay, maybe a little distortion, and some let's actually change out this first oscillator. And then we're going to connect it up and see how we sound. So I'm going to turn down the volume. Turn up the volume on our oscillators. So we should be getting sound. Gonna disconnect that. Let's bring the volume up. There we go. So we're getting sound. gonna play with the settings. Some frequency modulation. Add a little bit of delay. Or reverb. Okay. Then we'll detune our oscillators. I like that. So let's sequence that so we can get it to play and step sequence through our notes. Gonna be bringing in a clock and a 8-step sequencer. Let's grab a clock as well. Gonna gate into the clock and make sure that's connected to our note in. Then we're gonna route everything through our our scope, through our 8-step. So that, and that. Then we'll add some envelope control to our amp. And let's see what we have. So we do need that envelope. That should be connected to the actual 8-step, not there. So let's see what we have. I want it to play through my clock, so I'm gonna have to activate it. And excuse the panel, but I have to organize it a little bit better. It's gonna look like to make it neater. I'm gonna bring things in context of where they are in position in real life. And all the filters can go here. 8-step can go at the top as well, after the clock. And then we have distortion. Where's my amp? My amp should go here beside the ADSR control. And we'll turn the volume back on. So let's play through our clock internally. So there we go. We've created a little bit of a pattern. Gonna delete that extra oscillator because we don't need it. Just gonna experiment with this sounds. We can add one more layer of movement to this if we bring in an LFO and start modulating some parameters. And there we have it. So we have something that we can use. I'm just gonna bring some delay, get some delay, because I feel like that's what it needs. Just gonna add some delay on top of this. Pull it back a little bit. I'm actually not liking that so much. So let me put back in just what we had before. I like that more. Okay, so there we have it. We've created something that's rhythmic and moving and gives us that generative vibe. So in this session, we've pretty much dialed in a few oscillators, filters, and a mix to create a generative rhythmic sound. So feel free to experiment with this and make your own. Until next time, I'll see you in the next stream, and peace out.